Running through the corridor at the subway terminal at 12:59 in the morning. The yellow line by the platform's lip was 45 meters from the corridor stipped. The black leather briefcase by my right side had begun to swing wide with the angles warning. The conductor's whistle from the platform was already starting its descending pitch trip. You and the minute, you and the minute, you and the minute. The minute arrived, decided will not return. The door, the shut, oh, the train is leaving now. Oh, the door, the shut, oh, the minute will not allow. Oh, the door, the shut, the briefcase reached the platform. The door, the shut, the night has chosen its form. Running past the gate of the terminal at 12:59 and 43 seconds exactly. The yellow line by the platform's lip was now 8 meters from my running heel. The briefcase by my right side had swung past the column at the corner perfectly. The conductor's whistle had now turned into the final tone the door's response would feel. You and the minute, you and the minute, you and the minute. The minute closes, the minute closes, the minute decides, the minute decides, the minute will not wait. The door, the shut, oh, the train is leaving now. The door, the shut, ah, the minute will not allow. The door, the shut, oh, the briefcase reached the platform. The door, the shut, ah, the night has chosen its form. The conductor's whistle was the last sound that the body would catch. The platform at 12:59 had not been ours in the end. The door, the shut, oh, the train is leaving now. The door, the shut, ah, the minute will not allow. The door, the shut, oh, the briefcase reached the platform. The door, the shut, oh, the night has chosen its form. The shut, whispered. The door, whispered. Shut. Whoa, Standing at platform 7 of the underground station at 12 past midnight. The yellow stripe at the edge of the platform was where my left foot had stopped tight. The column behind me had not been the one my ticket had been booking. The hood of the coat I had pulled up was already cracked in my permit for looking. Stripe at the edge of platform. Stripe at the edge of platform 7. Stripe on platform 7, not the stripe on 5. The stripe runs along the edge, dark line of night. The foot cannot cross the stripe, the mind in doubt. The foot stay past the stripe, the hand cannot stripe. Stripe at the foot, stripe at the foot of platform. Stripe at the foot of platform 7. The wrong platform, the wrong platform, the wrong platform. At the back wall of the hotel lobby at 11:47 on a Tuesday in November. A brass public phone with 3 slots was mounted at the height of my shoulder. A leather-bound directory hung from a chain at the side of the unit. I had to remember the dim light over the booth had not been replaced since the building had grown older. Dial the number. Dial the number on the page. Dial the number on the page that has been folded twice. The dial of the brass phone at the back of the lobby had 3 nickels inside the slot. Public phone to redline the hotel and let me reach without an account card. The dial of the brass phone at the back of the lobby had 3 nickels inside the slot. Public phone back wall of the same hotel lobby at 11:52 on the same Tuesday night. The brass phone now had the handset lifted by my left hand at the position of my ear. Leather directory was open to the page I had folded earlier in a dim hallway light. The dim bulb over the booth was casting a single shadow on the wall behind me clear. Press the receiver. Press the receiver to the ear. Press the receiver to the ear. The one I had been told. The dial of the brass phone at the back of the lobby had 3 nickels inside the slot. Public phone to redline the hotel and let me reach without an account card. The dial of the brass phone at the back of the lobby had 3 nickels inside the slot. Public phone in my left hand was a single weight my palm had asked for tonight. The coin in a sliding draw with a single mechanical chime, but lobby had let me hear the numbers of the brass phone had become the response. The night had finally been allowed to write. The line on the other end had been ringing for 6 full rings without a single voice clear. The dial of the brass phone at the back of the lobby had 3 nickels inside the slot. Public phone to redline the hotel and let me reach without an account card. The dial of the brass phone at the back of the lobby had 3 nickels inside the slot. Public phone to redline the hotel and let me reach without an account card. Was a coin the answer, or was a silence the answer? That the line had always been. The pen in the palm at the door of the corner office at the 17-page contract. I'll sign. The wait has finished and the moment will not delay any further back. The pen in the palm at the door of the corner office at the 17-page contract. I'll sign. The wait has finished and the moment will not delay any further back. I have stood outside the boss's corner office for 23 minutes total today. The Mont Blanc fountain pen in my palm has been unkept since the elevator's last ring. The 17-page document under my left arm has been folded into thirds for the moment crucial. The sterling silver cufflinks on my dress shirt have been catching the dim hallway lighting. The Mont Blanc in my palm has been ready for the door to open the way it should have last week. The contract on my arm has been folded since the night I had read it covered a 17. The cufflinks on my sleeves have been hand and engraved by my late father at the moment unique. The corner office door has been ready for me to take what I had refused before unseen. The pen in the palm at the door 23 minutes outside the corner office of the executive floor. The Montblanc fountain pen in my palm has stopped trembling since I had made my choice. A 17-page document has been opened to the signature line at the very last door. The sterling silver cufflinks have been steady through the rise the elevator had given my voice. The Mont Blanc in my palm has been chosen by the moment that has finally come at last. The contract on my arm has been the only document my hand has accepted since the spring. The cufflinks on my sleeves have been the witness the night was holding for the door. The corner office has been ready for me to the room where I was signing thing. The pen in the palm at the door of the corner office at the 17-page contract. I'll sign. The wait has finished in the moment when I'm not delaying any further pact. The pen in the palm at the door of the corner office at the 17-page contract. I'll sign. The wait has finished in the moment when I'm not delaying any further pact. 3 years I waited at the threshold of the deal the firm had offered me. 3 years I kept the Mont Blanc in the inner pocket of my best black suit. 3 years I refused the cufflinks the father had insisted I should wear at the plea. 3 years I've been the one who would not sign until the weight had taken its full root. The pen in the palm at the door of the corner office at the 17-page contract. I'll sign. The wait has finished in the moment will not delay any further pact. I knocked, the pause was over, I signed. I signed. 47 years ago, the entrance to the underground warehouse had been sealed for the final time. The padlock at the iron loop had a coat of rust from long abandonment on its weathered face. The dust on the concrete floor was thick enough to record every step my boot had time. The leather gloves I had pulled on at the threshold were already dark with the powder tray. A name was written on the door frame, a date was carved into the lock, a reason was painted on the chain, a signature was scratched below. The sealed chain, the basement door, 47 years of silent decree. Restrict, the door frame still carried the warning long after the lock had been cast. The sealed chain, the basement door, 47 years of silent decree. Restricted, the door frame still carried the warning long after the lock had been cast. 47 years had passed since the lock was first hooked through the iron loop. The padlock had not been touched by another hand since the documents had been stamped sealed. The dust on the concrete floor in front of the door was thick enough to swallow a scoop. The leather gloves on my hands had begun to leave their own prints on the rust congealed. A floor plan was glued to the wall, a warning was stamped on the gate. A clearance was required at the door, a signature was demanded to leave. The sealed chain of the basement door, 47 years of silent decree. Restricted, the door frame still carried the warning long after the lock had been cast. The sealed chain of the basement door, 47 years of silent decree. Restricted, the door frame still carried the warning long after the lock had been cast. The past was waiting behind the door for me alone. The past had not been touched by anyone for 47 years. The past was still warm at the iron loop of the door. become the air I was about to breathe. The sealed chain of the basement door, 47 years of silent decree. Restricted, the door frame still carry the warning long after the lock had been cast. The sealed chain of the basement door, 47 years of silent decree. Restricted, the door frame still carry the warning long after the lock had been cast. The words I overheard at the corner table at 11:32 p.m. Whispered deal, the only contract the night I'd ever wanted to commit. The words I overheard at the corner table at 11:32 p.m. Whispered deal, the only contract the night I'd ever wanted to commit. I overheard you leaning across the booth at 11:32 with two glasses on the marble. The drink you swirled in your right had a small twist of lemon at the rim. You spoke to the man on your left in a tone the bar and I've been allowed to gobble. The silk of your tie had a small loosened knot that the night had begun to dim. In the corner, you in the corner, you in the corner, the corner, corner, you the corner, corner, the corner, the corner, the corner, the ear listens deeper, the ear keeps the words I overheard at the corner table at 11:32 p.m. Whispered deal, the only contract the night I'd ever wanted to commit. The words I overheard at the corner table at 11:32 p.m. Whispered deal, the only contract the night I'd ever wanted to commit. You lean closer to the man on your left at 11:38 as the deal had settled. The two glasses had been refilled by the bartender twice since the conversation had begun. You spoke a number to him that the room had only just barely let me catch unsettled. The silk of your tie had been retightened by your hand at the moment the deal was done. In the corner, you in the corner, you're in the corner, the corner, you're the corner, the corner, you're the corner continues. The corner continues. The corner continues. The ear listens deeper. The ear takes it deeper. The words I overheard at the corner table at 11:32 p.m. At 11:32 p.m. Whispered deal, the only contract the night I'd ever wanted to commit. The words I overheard at the corner table at 11:32 p.m. At 11:32 p.m. Whispered deal, the only contract the night I'd ever wanted to commit. The bourbon-laced voice has been confirmed at the booth tonight. The deal will not escape from what has come to know it through the wall. I hold the glass of my own lips so the room cannot break my side. The night holds a deal until the morning has finally been called. Bourbon settled. The room emptied. The deal walked out. Don't grip the rail of the snowy bridge at 5 inches of fresh snow at midnight. Don't jump the rail, we'll not stay frozen forever in the snow tonight. the iron edge of the bridge is 5 inches of fresh white on the wood. Don't hold the wool of the scarf at the throat as the winds come to push you good. Don't watch the frozen river below the bridge where the white has been falling for hours. Don't think the iron in your glove tank can be released by anyone but your own powers. The bridge keeps the cold keeps the bridge, the grip keeps the hand keeps the still. The frost keeps the night keeps the dark, the step keeps the past keeps the future. Don't grip the rail of the snowy bridge at 5 inches of fresh snow at midnight. Don't jump the rail, will not stay frozen forever in the snow tonight. A voice from the bridge entranced behind me called my name. The wind from the upstream side picked up at the same moment. The frost on the iron edge had not yet begun to melt at all. The hand of my glove palm had loosened by half a measure. The footing on the bridge had become the only solid I could feel. The one who had wanted the step had begun to turn around. The one who had wanted the step did not. Don't grip the rail of the snowy bridge at 5 inches of fresh snow at midnight. Don't jump the rail, will not stay frozen forever in the snow tonight. Don't grip the rail of the snowy bridge at 5 inches of fresh snow at midnight. Don't jump the rail, will not stay frozen forever in the snow tonight. Don't jump. Don't jump, and it didn't. The white kept falling. The bridge kept the frost, I didn't. 12 minutes before opening at the concert hall foyer with the lights still half down. The marble of the floor under my dress shoes had been polished early in the afternoon. A cloakroom number 23 was already in my left jacket pocket without a sound. The dim of the chandelier had been set to the lower setting since the doorman's tune. How long does a hush hold before the lights have to come up at all? How far does the hallway stretch before the body has to find the call? How quiet does the foyer go before the doors to open for the hall? How soon does the dark retreat before I have to answer the ball? The dim of the foyer, 12 minutes before opening on the marble of the polished floor. Foyer dim, 12 minutes, the concert all stretched into a single breath. The dim of the foyer, 12 minutes before opening on the marble of the polished floor. Foyer dim, 12 minutes, the concert all stretched into a single breath. 8 minutes before opening at the foyer with the lights still at the lower setting. The floor had begun to reflect the dim chandelier in a manner I would not anticipate. The cloakroom number 23 had not yet been called by any voice still letting. The dim of the chandelier had stayed the same since I had walked in and undetected. How long does the pause hold before the lights have to lift it all? How wide does the hallway go before the body has to find the call? How deep does the foyer breathe before the doors open for the hall? How brief does the pause stay before I have to enter the fall? The dim of the foyer, 2 minutes before opening the marble of the polished floor. Foyer dim, 12 minutes, the concert all stretched into a single breath. The dim of the foyer, 2 minutes and opening on the marble of the polished floor. at the same foyer at the same 12-minute mark. 12 years ago, the floor had been the same color and the dark had been the same. 12 years ago, the cloakroom had given me a different number from the same clerk. 12 years ago, the hush had been waiting at the same door without a name. The dim of the foyer, 12 minutes before opening on the marble of the polished floor. Foyer dim, 12 minutes to concert, all stretching to a single breath. The dim of the foyer, 12 minutes before opening on the marble of the polished floor. Foyer dim, 12 minutes to concert, all stretching to a single breath. The hush continued. The hush did not stop. The hush stayed in the foyer. The hum of the elevator shaft between the 17th and the 23rd. The silver of the panel buttons that the empty cab had finally heard. Elevator 2 a.m. inside the tower where no other floor answered. Hum of the elevator shaft between the 17th and the 23rd. The silver of the panel buttons that the empty cab had finally heard. Elevator 2 a.m. inside the tower where no other floor answered. I stepped into the empty elevator at 2 a.m. on the 23rd floor of the tower. The silver panel beside the door had 8 floor buttons in a vertical line of small dots. A leather briefcase in my right hand stayed closed since the meeting's last hour. Another cable above the cap was a single sound between any other spots. The sound of the cable has been carrying me down between the 17th and below. The polish of the panel has been a constant company the empty cab has been able to show. The vertical line of buttons has been waiting for the floor that I have yet to know. The mechanical sound of the cab has been a careful voice the building has chosen to bestow. The hum of the elevator shaft between the 17th and the 23rd. The silver of the panel buttons that the empty cab had finally heard. Elevator 2 a.m. inside the tower where no other floor answered. The cab passed the 20th floor without stopping at 1 minute past 2 a.m. exactly. The silver panel had been reflecting my face in a way the lighting had not let me track. The leather briefcase in my right hand had begun to feel heavier than I had expected. Another cable had begun to change pitch slightly as the cab had moved back. The sound of the cable has been deepening as the cab has carried me further below. The polish of the panel has been an unchanging service I have been able to fully know. The vertical line of buttons has been losing one floor at a time as the cab has begun to slow. The mechanical sound of the cab has been a measured answer the building has chosen to throw. Come of the elevator shaft between the 17th and the 23rd. The silver of the panel buttons that the empty cab had finally heard. Elevator 2 a.m. inside the tower where no other floor answered. The hum of the elevator shaft between the 17th and the 23rd. The cab stopped at the 17th. The cab waited 8 seconds vertical. The cab moved between floors again. The cab passed the floor that should have been mine. The cab continued without me having pressed any button. The cab took me where I could not have asked vertical. The cab held me between two floors that did not exist. Elevator shaft between the 17th and the 23rd. The silver of the panel buttons that the empty cab had finally heard. Elevator 2 a.m. inside the tower where no other floor answered. 217 a.m. The cab opened. The floor was not a floor. You offered me the 1995 vintage from the leather-bound list at the corner stem. Wine list, the tasting menu, the night I folded into a single tempting hand. You offered me the 1995 vintage from the leather-bound list at the corner stem. Wine list, the tasting menu, the night I folded into a single tempting hand. You offered the leather-bound list across a small bistro, table service at night. The crystal decanter on the silver tray had already been pre-warmed for the tasting moment. The silk of the cuff on your right hand grazed the rim of the empty glass at the line. The matron at 3 steps away had stopped at the cue of your one finger movement. Are you pouring the vintage to tempt the eye or to test the eye that came to dine? Are you pouring the vintage to seduce the night or to read the night in the body's spine? Are you holding the glass to share the toast or to mark the toast as a private sign? Are you watching the glass for the response or for the silence the body cannot define? You offer me the 1995 vintage from the leather-bound list at the corner stem. Wine list, the tasting menu, the night I folded into a single tempting hand. You offer me the 1995 vintage from the leather-bound list at the corner stem. Wine list, the tasting menu, the night I folded into a single tempting hand. You pour the 1995 from the crystal decanter into the empty glass at the rim. The silk of your sleeve at the wrist brushed against the table as the wine had begun to settle. The silver tray had been lifted by the maitre d' once the second pour had reached the brim. The leather-bound list at the corner of the table remained open by anyone's metal. Do you mean the vintage as an apology for what the night has been arranging slow? Do you want the vintage to mark the agreement before any words have been allowed to flow? Do you read the vintage as a contract before the menu has been allowed to show? Do you hold the vintage as the last test before I have chosen to go? You offer me the 1995 vintage from the leather